The mayor of Marshall calls it an incredibly frustrating situation. Good evening and thank you for joining us. Marshall's water crisis continues tonight, and city leaders say they're not confident giving a timeline as to when things will get back to normal. This all started yesterday with a 24-inch water main break on Spring Street. The city says crews have been working around the clock to make repairs. Tonight, stage 4 water restrictions are in place, calling for a 30 to 40% reduction in water usage. The city has also shut down laundromats and car washes to save water, along with a water treatment plant.
We are currently in a situation created by inaction and neglect of critical water infrastructure, and this has taken place over many decades. It's been a delay of maintenance, upgrades, and replacements.
Now, the city's head of emergency management says crews have welded a pipe sleeve over that leak, and they're applying some mechanical clamps. They plan to pour concrete later tonight. The water treatment plant will then have to be reactivated. For small business owners in Marshall, this water crisis is much more than just an inconvenience. It's a closed sign on the door and an empty cash register. KLTV7's Katie Parker shows us how business owners are leaning on each other to make it through.
Events like this definitely impact small business owners.
Day 2 of Marshall's water crisis leaves several downtown businesses temporarily closed.
Little disturbances like this, they hit us pretty hard.
Owner of Joe Pine Coffee, David Splon, says his shop was closed yesterday due to the water main break. Issues like these are not unfamiliar territory.
Yesterday morning, as soon as something happened, I went and bought some bottled water. I bought extra ice, so we just make the best. And most of the time, the community will come out and kind of help us through.
And a big part of that help comes from those who can relate the most.
I just went over to Rugenbrock Brewery, and he gave us some boiled water.
Texas Ruegg, owner of Rugenbach Brewery, has been in communication with all the affected business owners and is boiling water with his brew kettles.
Things like this happen, and when it closes the businesses down, it hurts us. You know, we're all mom and pop stores down here in downtown, so all locally owned, family owned. So it does impact us a little more. We don't have infinite funds to get us through.
He's handing out free, clean water to anyone in need.
I'm a fireman, so, you know, it's kind of part of in my blood, giving back to the community. We're in a unique situation as a brewery to be able to do this kind of thing.
Emergency Services Coordinator David Rainwater says the restoration timeline is uncertain, but the attitude of people in Marshall is known.
Just like anybody, it's like family. You know, you get frustrated and you say things, but the reality of it is this community comes together when times get tough. They all step up.
Katie Parker, KLTV 7 News.
Chief Rainwater says while the city's goal is to improve the aging infrastructure, he says more problems like this will pop